You can just move my character slightly down. Sure, it's kinda already clipping to the table, but hey, now we're in the cafe. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, yo. It's been 2 weeks since I last streamed this Kaizen mentality. I apologize for last week for actually being late, or in this case, just not being attentive, not showing up for you guys. So that's my fault, and my apologies to whoever is listening to this or is actually here. As I normally say, or have not made it a habit yet, my name is MukhaDemonyo. I'm a wannabe animator. Haven't done much yet regarding that. Getting ready to move to America. So, what have I learned? Basically, what have I learned for the last couple of weeks? This was written the 29th of August. There was an episode from Modern Wisdom with, I think his name is Noel Dwayne? Or Dry Creek Dwayne. And the one thing that stuck out, I haven't fully finished the episode because I feel like I fell asleep halfway. So I listened to it as I was heading to bed. And I forgot to just listen to it afterwards because work and all that. Let me read this. I think the phrase goes as this. There was a category of people, of which I am one, who sees other people's emotional states as our responsibility. If you're not happy, I'm not happy. And if you're not happy, I have to fix it. And that's noble in some ways, but it's only noble if it's a choice. If you're choosing to help, but if it's a compulsion, if you're forced to do it by some sense of obligation, or whatever, even though the outcome may be good, it's not quite as virtuous as it may seem. That's what I wrote down in my notes. And that's from Chris Williamson. From Modern Wisdom. Honestly, that podcast is actually a good place to just get random nuggets of wisdom. Or just random information who messages me. The amount of random things I've learned from that podcast is pretty good. And Dwayne said, it's not virtuous if your help of others is just about you. And that hit me like a truck. It's not virtuous if your help of others is about you. Like you're being kind just for selfish gain. And man, that just hit hard. And it makes sense too. It makes absolute sense. Changing musics. Now, why do I bring this up? Because these are just random things I've been learning. I'm not sure if I fully applied this mentality or have found ways to put this on my life. But it's something that was brought up. And I also talked to my partner about it, since apparently in her perspective, she's a people pleaser. This was something that in a sense blew her mind, but for me it was more like, damn, I haven't really thought of it that way. But I don't believe, I probably have similar tendencies of a people pleaser, but I am not sure if I can fully speak on people pleasers' behalf. But she does agree with the phrase, it's not virtuous if your help of others is about you. I cannot fully say I understand intimately how much that hits for people who are people pleasers, but I would like to learn from listening to people who are. One thing I'm trying to... Okay, before I carry on and get carried away, I have 4 notebooks for 4 different reasons. One is for work, one is for knowledge, one is just basically my diary, and the other one is exercise, work, general knowledge, and my diary. So I go through everything one by one, things that I am waiting to share, and just discuss about random things. I wrote down here what to prioritize and execute, and I said to myself, only two things can be written down. I was pretty complacent about these because I genuinely forgot about this. But it says here, be aware of a reaction, like knowing when you're about to be impulsive or emotional. Even though I forgot this prioritize and execute, I did have a moment where I was having a debate with my partner about specific things. Let's just say, at that time we were talking about other people and getting compliments and getting a bit too cocky. I was able to catch myself when I believed that a compliment was going to make me cocky. I said to myself, so I said to her, thanks for the compliment, however I might reject it, for I don't want to take it into heart. So I won't get cocky and overconfident. So I guess in the 2 weeks, that is one time where I was aware of a reaction. Another time was probably doing work when the managers were talking to me and I was able to say, hey, they're just giving me an order. I'm gonna not take it that seriously. And so I did. There are some things that I've written down here I would like to share. However, I'll keep it to myself for the moment because I will only share things that are done. What is something else I would like to share? I was listening to Jocko's book about the Academy of Leadership. I think it's from Spotify. It's an audiobook that I mainly listen to it from. The name was Leadership Strategy and Tactics Field Manual by Jocko Willink. And these things that I've written down were things that I found important. One was, everyone has the most important job respectively. Letting you know now, these are paraphrases. I am not sure if these are exactly as he says. I was paraphrasing because I believe I was listening to these at work. And at work, I don't really want to spend all my time writing things. I was like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, that's one that came into mind. Everyone has the most important job respectively. Let them know that. There are cases where workers may sabotage progress just to prove leaders wrong. Oh, that's actually a good one. I can vouch for this as a subordinate. The amount of times we just not do the job well out of spite. It's like, she told me to do this, so I don't feel like doing this now. It's such a common thing I see with my coworkers and also me. I'm not gonna be one to talk on this one. The amount of times before where I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it that way just because you told me or because I do not like the leader. So this one, I believe I wrote them down because I'm like, yep, that is us. That is definitely 100% us. This is due to imposed discipline and letting them do things against their will. Oh, I did write down the reasons why. Pride isn't built by simply saying doing good. Awards mean nothing when it isn't earned. I think I have a good example of this specific statement because recently I've been teaching people fundamental martial arts stuff. Jab crosses, get proper boxing guard, and learning how to check kicks. I put it in games and also have rules for myself, like I only do a long guard or a telephone guard, but I cannot use my right hand to parry. I only can use it to block and stuff like that. And as for the other guy, I did similar to Peekaboo. That's my rules with him. Because he have long arms, so I had to be the opposite, let him be comfortable with someone getting in, but also controlling his range. And so far, they feel a sense of pride because they feel like that the progress they have has been earned. And I really am proud of these guys. And I believe I have been applying this specific statement specifically because I was trying to find ways to make my friends that I am teaching feel proud of their progress. So I set up games, like sparring games, where I can only do specific moves and that's it. Ask smart questions. I wish I could do that consistently. Everyone deserves respect. I think there's more from the book. There are struggles that are simply your own, and this one, it's hard. It hits me hard. It just feels isolating. There's that weird sense where you just want to feel validated, or a weird sense where, I'll say weird, a human sense of wanting to be listened to or reassured that things are gonna be alright, or someone has gone through something similar. And this one, there are struggles that are simply your own, just feels lonely. However, I believe this is what makes people unique. This is what makes people different. This is what makes people feel like they have ownership of their own life. Because they have situations that only they can deal with and they can succeed with it. Having that ownership of your life, I believe, is a good feeling. And I believe that this phrase, as isolating as it sounds, is genuinely true. Many of these are not really in order, just so you guys know. I just wrote down what's on my mind during the time. Another one here says, think ahead for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because when I come back from work, I only made lunch and dinner, but not breakfast, and I end up hungry being there for breakfast. Or I don't even make dinner at all. I have lunch, and I'm starving in between breakfast and dinner. Or like dinner and breakfast, that's the proper time is. Because I think I did not think far ahead for my breakfast nor my dinner. Something I should improve on though. But that was my solution to the problem. It was simply think ahead for both breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is a 1% improvement I would like to implement on my life. And I want to see how this goes from here on out. Oh, personal stuff. There's a serious personal discussion I had with my partner. This is intimate, so I'm not gonna really share this one until it's further down the line and we have fully applied the things that I have written down here. It's a good reflection though. a whole talk with my dad, where there's still ongoing stuff, so I'm not willing to share this yet until things are in the way. But let me find things I can talk from here. The one question I have is, what are miles? Like, what are these miles that they keep talking about? I was like, oh, we're gonna go to a flight. Let's do some miles. I've yet to fully research what those are. So my ignorance is probably gonna be... I'm pretty sure my ignorance will make me underutilize the things that have been given to me. So, yeah. There's some difficulty between U.S. territories and U.S. They still have still get tariffs, which I find interesting. Understanding U.S. financial system. I have no Kaizen for this yet. I have not done any research. Investing is inconsistent. There are different Roths. I still have to figure out what Roths are. Okay, I guess for Kaizen, for me, I'm gonna write this down. If I can find a pen nearby. Give me a bit, I'll grab a pen. I'll write this down for my notebook. There it is. There is a pen. Okay. A 1% I can give for myself. Ow. From here on out. That really hurts. Stub my toe again. On my damn table. The date is of recording. I'm not gonna say it. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. In black ink, what I'll write down is for 1% improvement. What is a Roth? And why are they different? My dad kind of briefly explained it to me, but I'm sad to say it kind of fell flat, so I don't really understand why they are different. There are different ones. It's been compared to KiwiSaver. It's been compared to KiwiSaver, but how does that work? Okay, 1% or 2% drops the income for 10K. This I really don't understand. Jobs enhance your Roth IRA. This really needs to be further researched, so my ignorance is coming out when it comes to this. But it's improvement for life, so Kaizen Mindset, 1% forward, 1% better. Retirement account, set up by the company you work for. When it comes to Roth IRAs, I wonder who can give me advice regarding these. Yeah, it's mostly financial talk. But yes, things I can improve on. And that's it for this notebook, really. It's a lot of questions and things I haven't fully applied. But I guess what I could share and things of getting better regarding the personal stuff is double check your words, double check your emotions. The reason why I wrote down check your emotions or something akin to that statement is because when I'm reading my journal, I can see the amount of times I got impulsive and was emotional and couldn't think properly. By that, I mean simply reacting, not being proactive. So it became a purpose and execute to prevent this. But despite that, it seems that I didn't do better. So I'm gonna have to try and apply this more and be more aware of how I'm reacting to the situation to get the protest and execute list and make it a habit. So far, in my brain, from memory, I got 3 reps down, but it's not become the majority. So I will deny it for now. Actually no. The majority right now is the negative, where it's me being impulsive a bit, some emotional stuff here and there. But 2 reps is better than 0. And I should be proud of that. And I feel like, yeah, I did that. Alright, that's my diary notes. I spend most time at work, so let's bring that out. This poem is caca. Yeah, this work journal is actually about to be finished, and it's only been 2 months. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before in previous podcasts, but we have a manager. I won't call her incompetent. She's difficult to work with and has been for some time. But recently, I acknowledge her improvements by her changing, having a different language towards things, and this has given us a boost. Makes us not feel too pressured to work with her, or not wanting us to work away from her, or just call in sick basically, because this is common in New Zealand. Calling in sick is like, oh, I'm sick, sick call, sick call, sick call. But regarding her, I've been writing down some things that many coworkers are talking about behind her back and trying to give it as actual feedback, not as grievances that has the agenda of just trying to tear someone down. I tried my best to acknowledge their hurt, validate it as well, and at the same time make it a critical critique giving process. An example, I suppose, is trying to say something. Okay, how do I say this? Acting like the briefing you're about to say right now is for everyone, but we know for damn well it's for a specific someone that you have dealt with before, but giving everyone else the blame. I don't really fully know how I feel about this statement, because it's like a group punishment. However, I have no idea if this is a good thing. I mean, it sounds like a bad thing. Group punishment. It makes us resent ourselves. But I just wonder if there is a better way. for this? Because the reports are very indirect and it's directed towards someone that's probably still there. I wrote acknowledgement 2 times. Oh, someone said I could be part of the union and be a delegate, have delegate responsibilities. That's one I haven't followed through. Man, that's all I have to say. Regarding work, and I'm getting tired now. Midnight shifts are taking a toll on me. I should be better with this. I'm about to fall asleep halfway through the stream. I thought I could follow through by just yapping and keeping myself up. That's not working. Suppose I'm lip balm on myself. I wonder if I can just grab some smelling salts. What are smelling salts made of? I always wanted that. I never bothered to actually check. A lot of bullet points regarding what happened during work. Me saying to myself, you don't have long with this job, so make it count. For example, these people, you're emotionally connected to them. How much hours you spent with them more than your partner, which is a sad reality. I used to be able to spend 16 hours with her for 4 days in a week. But now, because of strict parents, I'm not gonna blame them for. I've lost that time. And now I have more time working with these co-workers than I have through my parents, through my siblings, and my partner. And that's a sad reality. I don't want to say it is what it is, but it does feel like that. How much effort do you expend for them to win? If it's these people or your partner, who would you die for? Dial in for? You won't be here long. So why? What's the purpose of trying to win when you disappear? Seasons come and seasons go, and so will you. Remember that, so make it count. Yeah, depressing to myself. And my partner does not really like that. And I can blame her. I genuinely can blame her. I don't really remember the context of this written down, but it says, good, you protected them. You protected your people. Of course you'd be emotionally attached. Look at Hackworth. Oh, okay, never mind. I see the context. Look at what he has done. Am I through this? I'm of course. Yeah. Aim for quality. Tidy, decent floor. What is a 1% for me? I can add to that one. Aim for quality, tidy, and decent floor. Clean as I go, tidy up before I move on during my job. Just double checking with managers what seems to be out of place, just to keep it tidy. Have a decent floor to shop in and to work in. Oh no, I'm getting real tired. I'm about to fall asleep. I want to finish this. I want to keep my word to myself and finish these things. I really can't keep my head up. Yeah, I can't keep my head up. Oh no, I'm gonna have to call it quits here. I can't keep my head up. My eyes keep closing. I wanted to say more. I guess there'll be a part 2 real soon for this one. I'll just name it a different one. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And people out there, I just can't keep myself up. But at least I put down some of my notes out there. Thank you for listening. Have a better day. And for me, I'll have a good night. Well, it's not nighttime here, it's like around the afternoon, but because of the midnight shifts, I think I've exhausted my body. I can't keep my head up. I'll do better next time, lads. It's a good training day today at the gym. I actually wanna mention this first before I go. I've been teaching people the fundamentals of martial arts, jab crosses, the number system of boxing, and just teeps at the moment, not roundhouses, even though I could really add that to the repertoire. But I keep the moves simple so they can master what they already have. And I'm proud of them. They're about to beat me in my game. They're about to beat me in the systems I've given them in hopes they improve. They're beating me in it. The games that I play. And I just wonder, how long would it take for them to actually outperform me with my gym skills without the ones I put rules on them for, just so they can have an advantage? I wonder. One of them feels really proud. And I feel proud about that as well. As the instructor,